Welcome back to NFL season. We got to talk about the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft, CJ Stroud. Many were monitoring his progress through the weeks and seeing how he was progressing towards, training camp and being that number 1 QB. And all accounts from OTAs is that he's way, way ahead of pace. From his teammates to reporters to media that's in attendance, they said, he's very precise on his throws, making good reads. Remember, CJ Stroud was the one person you really felt like had real consideration for going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers over Bryce Young. In the end, they chose Young. People didn't know exactly what the Houston Texans were going to do in the draft, but they took C.J. Stroud with the very next pick. They took Will Anderson, hoping to build their cornerstone pieces. If you look at the Texans, they had some unforeseen circumstances come up where we don't have to rehash everything that happened with Deshaun Watson, but now he's in Cleveland. He had to get up out of there, and DeAndre Hopkins. So all their guys that they were building around, who are still relatively young, if you would have asked them a couple of years ago, they would still expect to have Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins at this point. But let's check out what's been said about him.
Yeah, CJ, again, he's progressing well. I think each day he continues to get better, continues to get more comfortable with the verbiage of the offense. His command of the huddle, I thought this week has been really good. Coming off the long weekend, it was very eye-opening how on it he was, right? From the first day we got back through today, done an awesome job in our situational period. So he's definitely progressing in the right direction.
CJ Stroud was also asked about his top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. And his list, it started a debate. Number 1, he had Jalen Hurts. Number 2, he had Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Joe Burrow. 4, Josh Allen. And 5, Justin Fields. A lot of times when you ask these players who their top people at a position are, it's probably who they watch the most, who they try to incorporate more of their game from the most. That's probably the player that you're going to hear the most, and that's why the list varies so much. At this point, I don't know if there's no way that Patrick Mahomes isn't number 1 on quarterback list right now. You just look at his body of work, his accomplishments, and, just the greatness sustained over the course of the last few years. It's kind of hard to argue against him at number 1. I have no problem with Jalen Hurts / Joe Burrow, whichever way you want to go with that. Most people would say Joe Burrow is the better quarterback, but I understand either way you go with that. I could get with it. Josh Allen, Justin Fields, that's obviously, you went to college where you went to college, and you can't deny that. So that's what that is, man. So I see why a lot of people are debating this. This is a good talking point, when you start talking about who's the best at a position. But CJ Stroud, man, that's his list. And it's great to see he's ahead of schedule because it infuses some excitement back into the Houston Texans about their upcoming season. Him and Will Anderson and those guys, man. So I'm really excited about it. I want to know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.